Good morning, YouTube land. I am Sean Caspian, and this is my lovely co-host Sandra-Dee, and we are here this morning on Geek Chat, where we talk about all the wonderful awesomeness in our geeky world and share some of our thoughts about what's happening. So, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ready for Christmas, definitely.
Ready for Christmas for sure.
Yes. Although I will say most non-talked about event this week.
Dun, 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 dun.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay, so now you've heard Star Wars. Just a quick spoiler alert. There will be no spoilers during our conversation today. You are totally safe to listen in on the discussion. So please hang with us. We're not gonna do that to you. On that note,
what did you think?
So, I thought the film was amazing. I will share no more details really than that. It gives me goosebumps even talking about it. I totally want to see it again. What did you think?
I very much enjoyed it. My only nitpick would have been just a few too many parallels to the first one.
It does share some parallels to A New Hope.
I felt slightly lazy one or two times, but I think they managed to work themselves out of that corner with that one moment that I'm sure you know I'm thinking about.
Yeah. I feel like they got away with it.
I think they did, and again, it made sense. They're starting over with where the film picks up. You need it.
Absolutely.
I thought the characters were great. The new ones, the old ones. Again, perfectly enjoyable. I never was bored in the theater.
Never once.
And that was a long movie.
Never once. I mean, I've had plenty of good movies I'm looking forward to, like Age of Ultron, for instance. I found myself checking the phone a couple of times, which is so unfortunate. But
never once. You were waiting on the edge of your seat. What's gonna happen next? What's coming?
Just the perfect mixture of intense sequence and humor and levity, just all mixed in. Like the pacing in particular, it just feels good to watch, and you're like, holy crap, this is Star Wars. So that also brings me to kind of another topic on the whole deal too. So Star Wars, as successful as it's going to be, right, is not, in my opinion, going to be as successful as it could be, because this film is going to end up being one of the least talked about films ever, because everybody's so afraid of spoilers. Exactly,
and my thought is you have through opening weekend. If you do not see it by Monday, it's game.
We gotta kind of look at some kind of timing subclause on that.
When are you allowed to say, oh, X?
Yeah.
Without someone punching you out, which is I really think what would happen based on my Facebook feed this week.
Yeah.
Which involved threats to unfriend.
I know.
Cancel. I mean, it was brutal. I was so tempted to go onto Facebook and post some BS spoiler just to see everyone's reaction.
Sorry, guys. Jar Jar dies. Right?
I know, something like that, just to see them all get up in arms before they realize.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. That doesn't even make sense. So, it's kind of interesting. Like I get it. Trust me. So here's the thing. If I'm gonna talk to you about Star Wars,
yes,
I would never spoil like an actual plot point or something important that happens in the film that's actually going to ruin the film. I'm not going to tell you that Bruce Willis is a ghost. That's not a spoiler by now, by the way.
If you haven't seen it, you're bad.
So, I'm not going to spoil that. By the way, that was spoiled for me. Yeah, a couple days after the film's released. They're like, oh my god, dude, guess what? I'm like, that's the whole movie.
That ruins everything. And that's the one thing with Star Wars, too. I mean, finding out Bruce Willis is a ghost completely ruins the movie. In Star Wars, I don't think, even if we talked about the major plot points, I mean, because there's one that, for me at least, I didn't want it to come, but I knew it was coming.
Right.
You couldn't. The movie couldn't end without that one event happening.
Right. And it's funny because even going that far into it, people are like, what? Dude, what did? Yeah. Don't talk to me about Star Wars. And I'm like, one of the best things that you can have about an experience like this. Like, you know, this is the relaunch of Star Wars overall. We're not going to get this again.
Exactly.
And
even when the next two come out, it's not going to be like this.
it's not going to be quite like this. And so one of the coolest experiences I can have is like when I get out of the theater and be like, dude, the things.
And we couldn't even do that because there were people in line for the next showing.
Yeah.
So, and that as we were leaving the theater, they were saying, guys, don't talk, don't ruin it for the next group of people. And we're like, then who do we talk to about this? It's that geek moment that you need to share with others of the fandom, or people like, so my fiance, he refused to watch trailers, he refused to read anything about it, because he did not want any expectations going into it. Well, how many people like that refuse to see it because they don't want to be disappointed yet again?
Exactly. It's I just think it's a real shame, and we're losing one of the core best parts of this whole experience. Like, you know, when folks saw the very first Star Wars, I guarantee everybody was talking about it, right? And
the thing with the original one is that major oh my god moment didn't come till the second movie.
Right. So you know, I guess generally what I'm saying is just, you know, don't unfriend somebody because they say the movie is good.
Or
you know,
go see this.
Or please go see it, or I'll go see it with you a second time because it's good. Please come see it with me. You know, it's just such a shame. You know, like for instance, The Walking Dead. One of the main reasons why that show is so successful is because it is so talked about. They've got
Game of Thrones.
You know,
same thing.
I mean, it's so talked about. Like Walking Dead has a talk show after it airs, talking about that night's airing episode. Like, the discussion, it's so much fun. It's like, well, what do you think about this? Do you think he's dead? Do you think he's alive? Do you think this? Do you think that? And, you know, I get, like, those specific plot points you don't want to spoil, right?
But at the same time, this is part of what makes geeks geek.
Right.
They have to be able to discuss it.
Like, I get to share it with you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like, you know, I sent her a text earlier because, like, please tell me you've seen, like, Star Wars, you know, because, like, I surprisingly also have few people who have seen it at this point in my group of friends, which is really odd.
That's odd. I mean, we went with our whole group of friends. We were there Thursday. We had 9 o'clock showing.
Yep. I did 8 o'clock showing. I was tempted to just turn around and go back and see it again, honestly.
It hadn't been so late and so flippin' cold.
Yeah. So, anyway, it is amazing. So I will say this much. If you are not a Star Wars fan, if you kind of don't care, it is still a good film in its own right, period. It's a well done film. If you are a Star Wars fan, you do the goosebumps.
And I would even add, it's a cultural event. Go see it because everyone is going to see it. And I know you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah,
but
it is. Like I'm saving my ticket stubs from this. Like, you know, I want to tell my kids if I ever have them, I was there, you know, so.
Oh, my dad still talks about when they went and saw the original Star Wars.
Yep, it's you know, it's our version of that experience.
Yeah.
And so anyway.
And thank you, Mr. Abrams, you made it a good one.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Way to go. So anyway, go see it. Be very careful. Let me just also say, just so I've said it, don't spoil it for your friends. Don't talk about it. Don't even in hushed whispers, like, talk about the major plot points. Just don't talk about those. That will make talking about just the fact that it's good at all and just at least sharing your excitement be okay. So, on to other things, because other things besides Star Wars, I guess,
did happen this week. Nobody cares, but they did.
They did happen. So, Star Trek trailer.
You know, okay, so as an avid Trekkie, I honestly liked Star Trek better than Star Wars as a kid.
Okay.
I'm not convinced with this new film. It looks a little too much like Star Trek meets Avatar.
Interesting.
And, I mean, how many times can they destroy the Enterprise in, like, a 3-movie set?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's directed by the Fast and Furious director.
So Abrams isn't doing it.
I could be mistaken. I may need to fact check, but I believe Abrams is not doing this one.
That could explain it. I do know Simon Pegg had a hand in writing it.
Okay, so that helps.
It does. It just, again, maybe the preview's misleading us. It just seems all action, not enough Star Trek.
You know, I felt like the trailer really lacked substance overall. It wasn't, like, like, oh, this movie's gonna be wretched. It's just like, meh, can we just start Star Wars now?
Compared to, well, and we didn't, the showing we went to didn't even show in front. I got to see
really?
it. I had to see it online. So I didn't even have that emotion associated with it. I think you're right. I have no clue what's going on in that trailer.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know why we care at all. And that's, you know, going back to Star Wars, that's why we like Star Wars so much. Like this, because it's got so much nuance and substance to it, and then like kicks your ass with action, right?
Yes.
And Star Trek, I'm like, okay, you know, I kind of got into it when we started playing, what was that, Beastie Boys track, right, to the trailer. I was like, okay, I'm kind of with you. Not quite. Again,
and I think maybe a different trailer would help me understand the movie a bit better.
Yeah.
But on the surface, it wasn't a good trailer.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. I have my hopes for it. I'm not going to stake my judgment necessarily on the film just yet. It was a bad trailer, though.
It really was. I mean, versus, okay, so, Independence Day 2.
Yep.
Again, out of the blue, you're kind of going, you know, WTF.
Where did this come from 20 years later?
It was a good trailer, though.
Yeah.
Because it brings back, you got all the old characters, minus Will Smith.
Right.
And they've even thrown a bone in there that the kid he adopts at the end of the first movie is now a pilot.
Okay.
So they've tossed him in there, but you've got Bill Pullman back as now former president.
Yeah.
Whitmore was his name? Whitmore.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum is back. Judd Hirsch is back as his father, who I love Judd Hirsch.
I will say the film would not go anywhere without Goldblum.
Not at all.
Goldblum, honestly, like, I love Will Smith, God bless your face. Goldblum made that film.
Absolutely, and it makes sense that he would have spearheaded the technology after they defeated the aliens in the first one, because he was a genius.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the man who figured it out, who uploaded the virus. Hopefully he's not doing that with a with a laptop this time.
Right.
But the one that gave me chills was when they started playing the speech from the first movie, and then they cut it off.
Yeah. That was...
You know that meant something.
That meant something big. So it was like, oh yeah, that one's bigger, you know? Like,
and that speech still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. We will not go quietly into the night. It was I thought it was a good trailer. I think it's going to be a worthy successor, a surprising successor, even existing at all.
Exactly. But again, it makes sense. They shoot down all these alien ships. Either someone survives on Earth, or if maybe, okay, so they're a locust population.
Yeah.
After a while, you grow too numerous for the entire civilization to move planet to planet. Makes sense that they'd splinter off, and this set goes here and that set goes there. So I'm perfectly willing to believe that there's more of them out there.
Yep, absolutely. So I think that was a worthy trailer. Way more excited for that than Star Trek at the moment. But
I will also say the other trailer that broke this week that I have no history on, no clue about, is Warcraft.
So this, did that break this week?
I saw it before Star Wars.
Okay. So that actually, so the Warcraft trailer, that actually premiered at BlizzCon.
Okay.
And so I got to see that firsthand with 12,000 people in the audience. Worth a mention for sure, because I think that film is going to be a lot better than people anticipate.
And again, I've never played World of Warcraft. I'm not familiar with it. It took me till they threw the name up for me to even know what was going on.
So as a non-gamer, what do you think?
It intrigued me. I will say, it intrigued me. Maybe not a movie I'd rush to see opening weekend in the theater, but, kicking back on a Saturday, nothing to do, I'd go see it.
Right. Really great looking graphics and characters and all that kind of stuff. So I think, it's going to be, the trailer let me know that it's going to be a serious film. Like, I think it's going to do well. I was really had my reservations before seeing that trailer. So
they're not making fun of it.
No, they are not. Thank God. That is too big of a fandom to even just don't mess around with it. So.
Trying to think what else. Oh, one other thing. Dipping back into the world of Harry Potter.
Yeah. Fantastic Beasts.
Which again, the trailer It was a very good teaser because it left you curious, but yeah, still no clue what's going on.
It's clearly like in its very, very infantile stages of production.
Yes.
It's like we got like one scene filmed, kinda, and we're not really even sure that it's gonna make the film. So here you go, it's Redmayne.
Yeah. Here's your carrot, and come watch the film.
Yep. Do you think they're milking the franchise, or do you think
absolutely, wouldn't you?
You know, right? I mean, that's the thing. You watch all these sequels, it's just like it's like an automatic $100 million weekend almost.
I mean, frankly, at this point in time, you throw the name Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling in it, it's guaranteed to make you money.
And the script is written by Rowling too, so.
So I mean, that's a definite plus. I mean, not that she needs the money.
Yeah. So I am pretty excited about it. I wish we could have gotten a little more meat out of the trailer if they're gonna bother to release it this far in advance.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I think Redmayne is going to be. We know Redmayne's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, he always is.
That dude is like one of the best actors of our time, in my opinion. So
he's got breadth.
Yeah.
I will say that.
So, I'm very excited about that. We'll of course talk a little more about that as we go, as we see some more substantial, meaty trailers. So, guys, thank you so much for watching and hanging with us this morning. Please remember to subscribe, like, join the discussion too. Leave us a comment. What did you think of the new Star Wars? Any of the trailers we discussed?
No spoilers in the comments.
No spoilers in the comments. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just say, yes, good. That's enough. I think that's enough. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am Sean Caspian.
And I'm Sandra-Dee.
And we will see you guys coming up here real soon. Are we doing stuff next week?
I don't think so. I've got Christmas family.
Yeah, so we'll probably be out for a couple of weeks with the holidays and whatnot. So happy holidays to you and yours, of course. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Cheers.